You brought up breathing. Talk to me about breathing, and how it fits in your life and your wellness plan and your wellness philosophy and your nourishment philosophy. I know you're like I'm big into breathing and some of these other things. Talk to me about breathing.
So you need it for life.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna write that one down.
I'm big on breathing. What can I say? I use it all the time. I meditate and I do breath work. I'm doing Deepak Chopra's, breathe in for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6.
Love.
Which I love. It's great. I also really liked what I saw, what I've seen with the Iceman.
Oh, Wim?
Wim
I do my Wim Hof every day.
I don't do that because I'm currently having, you can hear I might be a little raspy, I don't know, but I'm currently having a little throat issue.
Right.
But breath work, I mean, it affects your central nervous system.
Big time.
You want to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, you have to do the breath work.
You have to.
And we're often in fight or flight, which is the sympathetic nervous system.
And that's how our society is, right? It's just constant.
Frenetic. And so part of the energy work that I do is around the breath work and calming.
How that all works.
So we all have energy. We have an energy field around us. It's been actually they have devices that can measure it.
It's 100% science.
And that energy field, if you can, I feel it in my hands when I do healing touch. I can feel frenetic energy. I can feel flowing energy.
Okay.
I can feel pins and needles energy. I feel different energies. And when I'm all like, crazed about something, I can do meditation and healing and breath work. And it's the breath work that really helps you engage the parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest.
Right.
And just nourish your body. So it's very important I can't think straight if I'm in fight or flight.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because then you have cortisol and everything's and adrenaline
and emotions going all over the place.
Right.
They're usually stressful emotions. Let's be real. So many people are stressed out in life about everything from the bills to the family to the whatever. I mean, you name it. So we're in this, like you said, that sympathetic overdrive, and then left brain overdrive too. Our right brain is just hanging out, not really being creative. It's just this logical, how do I get to this next point, Right. So we get into this kind of double thing where we're in left brain dominance, we're in sympathetic overdrive, and it just creates this stress reaction. One thing I find fascinating about breathing is the science behind it. When we can actually kind of measure a lot of this stuff now, and it's like we have access to parts of our body that we originally thought we had no control over, like the autonomic nervous system and parts of those, and how when you learn to breathe and to meditate and how to focus and some of these things, you literally have control over your immune system and over your nervous system, and some of these things are just absolutely, I mean, they're changing science now with some of this stuff. It's unbelievable.
And I want to share with you that I spent 20 years on an antidepressant because unfortunately I had a very traumatic for my body delivery of my son, and where I hemorrhaged very badly, and they had to transfuse me, and although mentally I thought I was fine, I ended up with postpartum depression because I think my body was in such shock and fight or flight. So 20 years later, I weaned myself off of, my son just turned 22, so I would say about 21 years later. So in the last year, I weaned myself off of 2 antidepressants, a mood stabilizer and antidepressant, that were, and I'm not somebody who says, don't do antidepressants. If you're depressed and you can't function in life, and you cannot tell a depressed person meditate, it'll make you better.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, it's something that you need to first be able to open the mind and get everything going in the right direction before you can even start thinking about going off the meditation.
Yeah.
In fact, while you're on the antidepressant, you should be starting to cultivate a meditation practice and yoga and breathing and all those good things, and healthy eating.
That works too for your life and how that fits in with where you are.
But you can't do that stuff when you're in absolute complete depression and it's this dark tunnel. So I weaned myself off because I took my meditation to a really high level, and I felt like I'm ready now to try this, and I weaned myself off, and I'm currently not taking anything, and I am just feeling so jazzed about life and so clear-headed.
Right.
And the energy work is very helpful. It really helps because to balance your chakras.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know about chakras, but you know.
A little bit.
There's 7 of them,
yeah,
and then there's minor chakras. But to balance your chakras and to have energy flowing through you and to come from your heart center, which is so important, is that feeling is very nourishing. And that for me has taken the place of the antidepressant.
Yeah.
But I had to be in a place to accept that. I couldn't just be terribly depressed and go, okay, I'm gonna go balance my chakras. Well, that's not gonna work.
Right.
You need to be ready for that.